I guess we're gonna start with, hey everyone, I am Jay, and when I was 7 years old, I shit my pants. That's how I'm gonna fucking
Damn, what an intro. So, hey guys, welcome to the Charming Analysis Podcast. So, originally we were gonna watch anime, but then we decided, fuck it, let's talk about some embarrassing stories that we had as a kid. So this is part one of...
Some embarrassing stories? Or?
Some. Well, mainly one right now. But...
Okay.
This is a new segment on the Charming Analysis Podcast called Embarrassing Stories We Went Through as Children.
Or just shit we went through.
Yeah. We're just decided, let's do a podcast episode about this, because Jay did some TikToks about it, but he didn't go into detail about the story. So, we're going to do it for you guys on here.
I might, but I got distracted by iCarly, which always distracts me.
Yeah. So, we're going to talk about that today. This is going to be part one of this series. So, you ready to get started, honey?
Yes.
Alright, guys. So, part one. Jay shat his pants.
A number of times in my life.
But we're just going to talk about the major ones.
The major ones?
Well, major one that you talked about.
You mean the one that I didn't do as a baby, or I didn't do like a couple of months ago?
Yeah. We're gonna talk about the one happened in the second grade. So
it's like the master of poop stories right here. So okay, how do you want me to start this?
Okay. Also, before we start this, for the record, he's okay with talking about this. I'm not making him talk about this. Okay. He's perfectly okay with talking about, right, honey?
I'm okay with perfectly saying that I shut myself. It was...
All right. So, let's begin.
So how do you want me to say this?
All right, Jay, take it away. You have the floor.
Okay. So, I was in second grade, and I remember a lot of things happened that year. Particularly in second grade, that's the first time I ever learned how to tie a knot on my shoe. That's the first time my classroom left me out in the playground area by myself, and I was like taught a lesson. And then immediately, like after I got back from that, like, my teacher forced me to clean out my desk, and it was, like, embarrassing. And I remember that I had surgery on my left hand. And because my fingers were attached together till I was, like, 7. And then they surgically
corrected it.
Yeah, they surgically corrected it, but... It got down to a nerve. I'll talk about the story later. So
this is a story for another time.
Yeah, it's a story for another time. So I guess I should say that I went through a lot that year particularly, and I remember a lot. So when this happened, I think it was just when I was 7 years old. It was just the most embarrassing time for me in my elementary school life, because it was way too much happening that year, and I think I kind of just, like, I don't know what was happening. So it all started, I don't remember when it was, I just remember it was in second grade. So it all started when we were in the classroom, and my teacher was reading a story. I don't remember what it was, to be completely honest. I just remember that she was like, specifically that she didn't want us to go to the bathroom while she told us the story. You can ask questions if you want, because I'm much more better with, like, people asking me questions about the situation. So I guess,
why the heck would she not let you go to the bathroom for that?
I don't know, because it wasn't important, apparently. It was, like, for something important.
I hated shit like that in school. Like, I don't know. Okay, comment below if you guys had issues trying to go to the bathroom or something whenever you were in school. Because this was a regular thing for me, especially in high school. Not really middle school, but high school for me, like... I hated when teachers wouldn't let you go to the bathroom. Like,
I think you always hated. I think they always did that though.
for me, I didn't notice it more till high school though. And there goes the tape. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Yeah, you just thought the tape to the ground.
Yeah, but I didn't notice it more until high school, personally for me.
They still did that in high school?
My high school, they did.
Good for you.
Because a lot of kids would go smoke weed and shit in the bathroom or stay outside too long.
And you didn't join them?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't want to. I'm not... I don't like that kind of thing. But
I'm not that type of kid.
Yeah.
I'm not that type of kid that's gonna go out and smoke some weed. Some ganja, if you will. But, anyways. So I wasn't allowed to go to the bathroom. And I had to sit there with an upset stomach, which was nothing new to me. Because I always, just endured upset stomachs all the time. But this was, really bad.
What are we talking about?
How bad? It was so bad that my stomach was, growling during the classroom.
And I was hear it?
Fidgeting. Yes, I was fidgeting in my seat.
Well, damn.
All the time. And
Can't teachers just let kids go to the fucking bathroom?
No, apparently they can't. So I thought I was going to get in trouble for raising my hand to ask to go to the bathroom, so I didn't end up raising my hand to go to the bathroom. I thought, maybe I can hold it. Maybe I can hold it until they let me go to the bathroom. So that obviously failed, and I couldn't hold it anymore. So I silently, this is the key thing, I silently shit it out. Little
all over your pants.
Yes, but it was little at a time, so that it wouldn't come out like a big...
Wow.
Yeah. So nobody would hear it. But I shot it out little at a time, and I wouldn't stop shitting out. I wouldn't stop. And I was like, how much is in me?
Did it go down your legs or anything?
No, I was sitting down when it was happening.
Did it go up your back?
No. It wasn't going on my back. It all stayed in my pants, in my underwear. It all stayed in my underwear for I don't know how, but it all stayed in my underwear. And I just silently was pooping to myself for about 10 minutes. And I don't think it registered to anybody because nobody said, that person's poop, that person is stinking or something. I don't remember.
I can't believe nobody noticed it.
Maybe someone did and just didn't have the guts to say it.
Why would you not tell someone that you, hey, are you okay? What, is everything okay? No, I shit my pants.
Because nobody's going to fucking, why would anybody want to say that?
People need to be more considerate.
No, they're not. Mari, you're 7 years old. You're not considerate of anything.
But.
So I just did that. I don't know.
So I guess what happened after that?
The teacher continued talking for a while.
Okay. And
I never heard,
You never went to the bathroom after that?
I never went to the bathroom.
So you just literally had shit in your pants for how long?
For, I'm not gonna say, because it's gonna ruin the fucking story.
How's it gonna ruin the story?
Because I have so much shit to say.
Well, then why aren't you saying it?
I didn't end up going to the bathroom for... Long story short, I didn't end up going to the bathroom for about 3 hours.
3 hours?
Yes.
That should be stinking if you do that.
I went to the lunchroom with that.
How the hell did you eat with that in your pants?
I didn't.
Wouldn't you smell it?
Yeah, I got comments of my fellow students saying, "What's that smell? It smells like someone made a doo-doo."
What the hell? How the fuck?
It smells like someone...
How the fuck did you last for 3 hours?
With shit in my pants. I don't know. Why don't you ask the people that were there?
I gotta get the pizza out of the oven in a minute.
Because they never questioned me.
What the fuck?
I just, every time they were like, it smells like someone doo-dooed in their pants, I just kind of hid myself in my seat. I didn't say anything. I was too embarrassed. And by the time, I was willing to hold it in until I got home.
Jay! That's so bad!
Why?
Jay, look, I understand if you're a kid and you have to take a shit.
But I was embarrassed.
You shouldn't hold it in for 3 hours. You should at least went to the bathroom once you got to lunch.
Well, the thing is, you had to, like, ask a teacher to go to the bathroom.
Then you could have said, hey, can I go to the bathroom?
But I didn't, because I was a stupid, stubborn kid, and I was so embarrassed about myself, okay?
Is that literally why one of your TikTok captions for one of the videos, like, I was a stubborn child?
Yes, I was a stubborn child, and I did not know any better. So, I didn't go to the bathroom on lunchtime. And I don't remember if I ate. I think I was probably too nervous to eat, which would have been disgusting, by the way. You having to sit there and eat your lunch, full well knowing that you had shit in your pants. That would have been so gross.
I still can't believe you did that.
I can't believe I did that, too. You should see how embarrassed I am.
I get it, but I find it funny you can laugh at it now.
I can laugh at it extensively now.
Yeah. So I guess, am I the only one I guess you've told about this before now?
No, I've told a lot of people, actually.
So I guess, like, did your parents ever find out?
Yes, they did eventually.
So I guess, okay, so explain, I guess, how you got rid of your shit.
Well,
where's the conclusion of the story?
There's still more.
Well, tell us more.
Because I went to recess.
Oh. Okay, hold on. I gotta get my pizza out.
Oh, yeah. Tell this story while you're, like, getting your pizza. No, I'm going to wait for you because it's an interesting thing. You smell sober? What'd you say? What did you say? You smell sober?
What?
Did you say you smell sober?
It smells so good.
I thought you said it smelled sober.
What the fuck are you getting sober from?
I don't know, because you fucking poo-poo. Such a man. It wasn't long ago. He was big and strong, and his eyes... I have such ADHD, you have no idea.
Sorry about that, people. I had to take the pizza out of the oven, so...
What the fuck?
What? Sorry.
I have such ADHD, so I'm playing a game while I tell this story. I'm sorry, guys. That's just how I work from now on.
It's fine.
Okay.
I had to go get a pizza out of the oven.
Okay, so where was I? I went to recess with the doo-doo in my pants.
Okay, wait, so you went to recess. Wait, you went to recess?
Yes.
What the hell? You could have just dumped into the woods.
I didn't have a woods in my recess. I had, like, it was in a court. It was, like, in a courtyard, okay? It was in a courtyard, and there was, like, homes, like, right next to the school. And there was literally nowhere I can do it. Like, literally next to the school was homes, a bunch of homes, and there was a storage shelter. So there was a highway right next to the school. So either way, I would have been fucked. Either way, someone would have seen me pull my pants down. There was no trees to hide behind.
Well, damn.
So I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do shit. So
what did you do at recess then?
I sat down next to as far away as possible in the the swing sets and little thing that covers those little shavings,
The little like pebbles or wood shavings?
Yeah, wood shavings. We had wood shavings.
Mine had pebbles.
That's so weird.
Okay, I had pebbles and mulch.
Pebbles and mulch. Okay, so I had like wood shavings, and I just kind of sat on the barrier that keeps the wood shavings out from the
rest of the playground.
Yeah, and I kind of sat there,
contemplating life.
Yes, contemplating life while I had shit in my pants, and I would occasionally move,
and the shit would move.
Yes, and then the shit would move. I know, this is disgusting.
Oh, Lord.
And the shit would move when I, like, scooted. And I never, like, got up from that. So it was just a bunch of, like leftover... Like, it wasn't, like, shit I was smearing. It was, like, the clearly muddy water.
Ew.
The contents. that was staying in my pants for some reason.
Ew.
But it wasn't like sticking to the thing. It was sticking. It was like going up like other places that I shouldn't be mentioning.
Oh, Lord, honey.
So I'm just gonna get a little bit grabby right here. It's probably going up my ass, and it was probably going up my vajayjay. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Ew, you a nasty hoe.
Yeah, you thought okay, but you thought that was bad. It's more shit.
There's more?
There's more. So I was so content to not tell anybody until I got home.
Really?
Yeah, because I was that embarrassed. I was so content not to tell anybody until I got home that I just was willing to wait it out. So
Jay, my dude.
what?
You went for 3 hours without like fixing it. Oh my gosh.
I didn't tell any students because I knew they were gonna like say, "What the fuck, you shat yourself?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And someone was gonna probably spread the rumor, and I would be known as the
shit kid.
The shit kid, literally the shit kid or something. I would be known as the person who took a shit
In their pants.
In their pants, and then worse, held it in for 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
So, Mari, would you really want to be that person?
I would be embarrassed too if it happened to me. But at the same time, it's like, why would you want to keep it in your pants that long?
Because I was scared, Mari. I didn't want anybody to know that I had shit in my pants. Anyway, so I ended up throwing up.
Wait, you threw up?
Yes, I threw up. I went behind a slide.
You went behind the slide on the playground?
Yes, I went behind the slide on the playground.
Blah!
And yeah, I threw up, and it was like, I did eat. It was like a sandwich, or it was like a bologna sandwich that I ate while I had shit in my pants.
Ew, bologna.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, never mind. I like fried bologna though.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Bologna.
What the fuck? You like bologna?
I'm trying to be a booty.
I know, I can tell you are.
Anyway, continue with your talk.
I had a bologna sandwich for lunch, so I threw that up.
Ew. That's because you had shit stinking up your nose.
Sticking up my... Yeah, I did. I could smell it, by the way, too.
Well, damn.
I could smell my shit all the time. So I had that going up my nose. So that probably made me throw up because I was constantly, like, smelling my shit. So I threw up. And I threw up behind the slide, and pretty much it was just like a half-eaten sandwich that it just like was kind of slightly digested a little bit. It was just the bread. So I threw out the bread, and I covered it up with the wooden shaving so nobody would notice. So probably some poor kid either stepped in it. Probably, I don't remember. I don't remember what happened. I went back earlier, and it wasn't there.
Someone probably like
stepped in it. Yeah, poor child. poor person I scarred with my throw up.
They got scarred for life probably.
Yeah.
Poor kid.
I threw up.
Rest in peace, child.
Rest in peace, child. May my throw up ever stain the holy ground of the playground.
Rip childhood innocence.
Yes. So the funny thing was, in this whole story, this is the most funny thing. I went to a teacher. Like, I finally had the guts to go tell a teacher, but it wasn't the fact that I shit myself. It was the fact that I told the teacher, hey, I threw up behind the slide in the playground. Can I go to the nurse's office?
You were like, I threw up in the playground. Can I go to the nurse?
Yep.
That's the way you said it?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Well, what did they do?
They were like, okay. And then I walked my ass to the nurse's office by myself.
So, what happened after that? I like how I'm like, what happened after that, just to get you going.
Yeah, just to, like, so I don't, like,
lose track of thought.
Yeah. Walked myself to the nurse's office. The nurse was like, what are you doing in the nurse's office? And I'm like, I threw up. Can I just go to the bathroom real quick? And they're like, yeah, sure. In case I need to throw up again. I don't know if they could smell it. They probably could smell something, but maybe it wasn't shit that people thought they were smelling. They thought probably I was like really sick and like was throwing up or something. So that probably was that. But I went to the nurse. I went into the bathroom in the nurse's office. And I finally realized how bad it was.
Oh, Lord.
I realized how bad it was.
How bad was it?
It's smeared all over my underwear.
Ew! Oh, Lord.
It's smeared all over my underwear.
Nasty.
And,
That's gross.
yeah, I know.
We're gonna have to put, like, trigger warnings and, like...
What trigger warning over shit?
Who's gonna want to hear shit? Who's gonna want to hear about it?
Some people, I don't know.
So we would... I think we should at least put a trigger warning. You never know, okay?
I guess.
I'm gonna do that one.
If people are really that sensitive to shit.
When we put the video up, we'll put a trigger warning just in case.
I'm not describing, like...
I know,
the
but
worst
still.
thing in the world.
I know, but I would rather do it just in case. You never know.
Okay, so whatever.
Continue.
Whatever you want to do. So, I pretty much, my dumbass tried to scoop it from my underwear.
With your hand?
I try not to touch it, but yeah, some got on my...
Ew.
I tried to scoop it from my underwear and, like, dunk it in the toilet.
Ew.
And I ended up just throwing my pants and underwear into the dirty toilet.
Ew.
Like, I just
Lord.
threw it all into the toilet, so it was mixed in with this bath water and this toilet paper that I just...
Were you trying to flush all that? You better not try to flush that.
I probably was trying to flush the toilet
Jay,
paper,
you
but
can't
my
do that.
Pants and underwear got in the way because I was trying to clean it. I was using the toilet as a sink.
Ew. Jay, you were 7.
I was 7 and disgusting.
Yeah.
I was a little fucking immature little shit. It was like literally a kid who, I was freckly.
No, you were not freckly.
I was freckly.
As a kid?
Yes, I was a little freckly.
Is that the best definition of you as a kid?
Yes, I was freckly, but probably a lot more shit-based.
What do you mean shit-based?
Like, I had that incident. That's the only shit incident I ever had in childhood, so I'm not saying that I played with my shit when I was little, because I didn't.
Ew.
But, like, that's the one time I compare myself to a shit freckly.
Oh my gosh.
Because I was just like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do with this?
Lord. Lord help everybody.
So here I was, a pantsless shit-faced child. Pantsless shit-faced child
in the bathroom.
In the nurse's office bathroom. And I didn't know what to do. I was too embarrassed to, like,
tell anybody.
So I thought, maybe if I stay here until the school bell rings and ends for the day, maybe they'll notice me, and then, like, only the nurse will be there so that they will be able to call my dad or my mom or something and come and pick me up from school. So I thought I was just going to stay there for the entire day. So it was, like, maybe 2 more hours until the day was over, so I was planning to wait it out.
Oh, Lord.
I was planning to wait it out in my shit-stained butt. I keep on saying shit stain. I don't know why.
Because it is a shit stain. It's a massive smeared up shit stain all over your ass. And probably your pussy.
Probably, yeah. I was... Okay. Okay. That wasn't the end of it. So... while I was, cleaning up... I'm not kidding. Shit was, it was shit, because I smeared it all over the floor and all over the wall.
Ew! Honey, how bad was it?
It was bad.
Lord!
When I finally, pulled my pants down to, see how much it was, it just splatted, because it was, really, it was heavy, it was watery.
That's disgusting.
It was heavy and watery.
You a nasty bitch.
I know, but I didn't know what to do with it, so I just put most of it
I'm
in
sorry if I'm
toilet.
shaming you.
And I was trying to,
Am I shaming you too much?
No, I was trying to cover it up with the tissue paper and the towels and all that stuff. I was trying to clean it up for myself instead of trying to get anybody to help me. And I was willing to wait there until, some adult came in here, and I was like, either I would tell them to the door, hey, can you call my parents, tell them to bring me a fresh set of clothes or something. So I waited.
And waited.
And then an adult came in there, barged in there without knocking on the door. Barged in there, saw that I was pantsless, and
It's
had
shit covered.
Shit covered. And the best thing about it was they had a fellow child with them who was who they were accompanying that was clearly on the autistic spectrum.
Or had some kind of issue.
I knew this kid. He was on the autistic spectrum.
Okay,
so
I'm just making sure.
No, like he was on the autistic spectrum, and this because he was the same grade I was, so he walked in there with the teacher, and the teacher walked in first and saw me trying to clean up the shit. And I was so embarrassed. The teacher was like, "Oh my god, my bad," and then immediately shut the door before this boy could see what I was doing.
Oh Lord. That's crazy.
Yeah, so the nurse found out from the teacher that I did an accident. I did a nasty. So they called my dad. My dad came to the nurse's office. He got me a new change of clothes. I was crying. I was so embarrassed at that point. And I got to go home early. And then I went to school the next day. And I don't remember if any rumors got started around me or anything like that. I think it got overshadowed by, like, when I finally got my cast and everyone was just talking about, "Oh my god, did you break your arm?" And like, no, I just got surgery. So I think maybe if any rumors were started, it probably ended with the cast thing. Because that was what I was known for in second grade.
Cast kid and
not shit your pants. Fucking keep it in your pants for 3 hours, kid.
Oh Lord.
Didn't tell his
Honey, that's a long title.
daddy.
Just say kid that shit his pants.
Kid that shit his pants. Hey, at least I wasn't known for that. I was known as the kid who
had a cast kid.
Had the yellow cast. And that's it. And I continue to tell this story because I honestly think, if you tell the most embarrassing story in your life, then nothing will ever embarrass you ever again.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
Nothing's gonna ever embarrass you. You tell the most embarrassing thing that you can think of,
and then no one is gonna judge you.
Yes, except for yourself.
Yeah,
you're your own worst critic at this point.
This is literally like a 30-minute video
I know,
in and of itself, and I find that interesting.
Jesus, I can't believe that actually happened to me, and then it happened to that again, like a couple months
ago
this year that I...
Okay, so tell that story, and then I think we should end the podcast.
What do you want me to say? I literally just sat down, and I felt something, and I thought it was just a fart, but no.
And it was a wet fart.
It was a wet fart, and I was like, no, did I
You shat your pants.
Did I do it? And I was like, okay, maybe I just peed a little. So...
Okay, no joke, this happened, last year. Legit, I was, asleep. Okay, I'll tell this part. I was asleep, and then I get up, and I see Jay in the bathroom, and I'm like, "Are you okay, honey?" And they're like, "I shit myself." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" I was half asleep, "Wait, what?" You're like, "I shit myself." I'm like, "How did you shit yourself? What happened? Are you okay?" What happened? Why? I was so confused and half asleep. I was like, "Are you good?" And then they were like, "No, I sat on the couch and I thought I had a wet fart. I thought I had a fart, but it was a wet fart. Then I shat myself." And I'm like, I was like, "Okay, well, do you need help? Do you want me to help you clean it?" And they're like, "No, I cleaned it already." I'm like, "Are you sure?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Okay, are you sure you're good?" And then you were like, "Yeah." But you can tell it, honey.
You pretty much explained it, so well.
Really?
Yeah, you pretty much explained it. That's pretty much it.
Oh my gosh.
I can't really add anything to that story. I just didn't think I was ever going to do that again in my life. And then I did.
And then it happened. But that was not as bad. That happened, literally in the morning. And you were not at school. You had got to be embarrassed in front of your bean instead of in front of the whole school.
Yeah, and that was instantly better. There was a couple of times, too, that I, almost shot
Did.
myself in high school and in college and all that stuff, but I didn't. So that was
I feel like
fun.
at this point someone's gonna have to talk with this, because I don't know if you guys ever like go through this shit. I'll say this before we end the podcast here, because we just kind of want to do something a little bit different. So comment below if you guys want us to tell more embarrassing stories about ourselves, because I can see us doing more of this.
You
What
didn't
about
tell
you?
an embarrassing poo-poo story.
I'll tell it in a different podcast. I'm not feeling... Jay, this is already gonna be 30 minutes.
Discussing some...
We can talk about it in a different
Oh
one.
my god.
We'll make a part 2 to this eventually. I'm not comfortable talking about mine yet. I want to wait a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not ready yet. You ready with yours? I'm not ready yet.
Okay, fine.
But I'll eventually talk about mine. Because I've had a couple incidences like that. I will admit that. I've had a couple incidences like that. I'm just a bit embarrassed still. But whatever. Anyway, so that's the end of this podcast. We decided to do something a little bit different. So this has been embarrassing stories that happened to us as children. Part 1. So thank you guys for watching this. I could see us doing more of these. What about you? What about you?
Sure.
But yeah, comment below what other kind of podcast ideas you guys have, because I don't mind doing stuff like this. I think it'd be fun. So yeah, thank you all for watching. And as always, I'm Mari.
I'm Jay.
And we're out.